Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Tuesday, October 10th, and we have a pretty stormy, warm pattern coming up over the next 10 days with at least two systems coming our way. The first one today into Wednesday that could bring around a ½ inch to an inch of rain across the area, and then we're going to really keep our eye on a rather significant storm for the weekend, and that one has the potential to bring heavy rains, strong winds, and maybe a severe weather outbreak for portions of the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes, depending on the strength of that storm and where it tracks. But certainly the setup is there for some locally very heavy rains and some widespread significant rains for sure. Again, looks like about 0.6 to 1 inch. I'll have that on my forecast. You can track it off the main page to see how well I do. But again, this will be a 2-day storm total, again between 0.6 and around an inch. Somebody's likely to get over an inch as well. Around the area this morning, temperatures in the low to mid 50s, pretty comfortable for this time of year. And if we look at across the state, you can see again the warm spot 59 degrees at a couple of locations, cool spot 36 once you get back in the western UP. Again, lots of 50s across the southern part of the state, 40s to the north. If we look at the radar, you can see some of the activity that's developing. I think what we'll see is more in the way of this filling out. The morning stuff will dissipate somewhat, and then we'll see regeneration across much of this area moving into the state. Perhaps as early as late this morning or early afternoon across southwest lower Michigan, and again slowly spreading its way. There's some dry air feeding in from the northeast that's going to try to eat away at this precipitation, but it'll be overcome here again before evening at all locations. And if we look at the weather map, you can see the front that moved through brought us our rain earlier this week or over the weekend. And we have a low pressure system across Missouri. It's going to move up this front into the Ohio Valley, and that's what's going to give us our rain as we get into later tonight into Wednesday. And then that system will move off to the east, and we'll watch energy begin to develop across the Rockies. Eventually we'll see a low pressure system develop in the southern Rockies, and again we'll watch that as it moves to the northeast late this week into the weekend. We'll see if that phases, but it looks like a pretty strong storm regardless, with plenty of rainfall. Again, here's my rainfall forecast for this storm for today and Wednesday, and you can see it'll update here when I plug in the numbers throughout the day into the nighttime hours and into tomorrow, and we'll see if we can fare out between these numbers someplace. And if we look at the next 7 days, this is the WPC's forecast. The map is, you can see a significant amount of rainfall over the next 7 days, much of the area picking up greater than 2 inches of rain. And the black dashed lines and the black numbers are from the European model, which shows an inch or two across far southeast lower Michigan, with much of lower Michigan in the 2 to 4 inch range. And again, so this is going to be a pretty significant weather pattern we're going into with lots of rainfall, and we may be looking at perhaps even another storm towards the middle or end of next week as well. As far as the forecast goes, again today upper 60s to around 70. We may start with some sunshine, but the clouds will increase and thicken, and rain will fall by late afternoon or evening, and then nearly 100% chance overnight and 80 to 90% chance of rain for Wednesday. Much cooler with the clouds and showers only in the low 60s, and will moderate up through the mid to upper 60s by the end of the week, maybe low 70s on Friday, low 70s on Saturday, with rain perhaps moving in by late in the day. And then right now, Sunday and possibly into Monday look quite stormy. And again, I think Sunday might be Sunday night could be the time for severe weather if we're going to see it. And again, we'll track that all week long. As far as weather watch this morning, a large area of very cold, freezing conditions across the upper Midwest into the eastern plains, bordered by some frost advisories. We got a freeze watch further to the west, and again over the portions of the Ohio Valley, some dense fog. Again, this is the area of the battle zone between the cold air to the north and some very warm air to the south. And again, this is where a lot of the precipitation is going to fall here over the next week to 10 days. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.